Okay, dudes, I'll give it to you straight. This is super depressing. Like, it's not funny. I've been sitting out here close to crying. Remember I was singing the praises last week of the Lofty salad mix, you know, my loose leaf romaine, which I've been, you know, planning to cut as baby leaf and use as a lettuce mix, you know, that I run through my bubbler and clean up and put in bags and sell. But it has gotten away from me. I cut this first half 20 feet last week, and it looks weird when it's growing back. The tops are kind of, you know, some of the tops are cut off. The second back half 20 feet is way too big for baby leaf. It's almost more mature size, and there's no way I can cut it kind of above the crown and have it grow back properly. The weather is being weird. It is like mostly raining and then the sun comes out. Whoa. And today is my only somewhat dry day, and the next few days are supposed to rain and rain, and so I need to get things done today. Okay, so this is what I'm going to start with. I'm going to harvest this bed of lettuce. The Lofty leaf here is a little smaller because it's having to compete with the Salanova, and so I'm just going to cut it quite a ways above the crown as baby leaf, and I'm going to harvest this lettuce here. And so then not all of my beds are being cut too late, because this is only just now ready to cut. And I'm going to start with that and then consider what I need to do for these beds later on. Now the sun is blazing and I am sweating in my rubber suit here. Dudes, today is not a good day. Look who came to visit me. It's big boy deer and little baby girl deer from last year. Can you see the little fellers? Okay, so I've got harvested most of this bed of Salanova, the red, and then I started working in the green. I've just got a little bit of green left in the back there. And then I was cutting the Lofty salad mix in between as I went along. So it's kind of a nice mix. Kind of glad I did that. If I had waited, then this would have been too far gone next week. So this bed over here in the back, this 20 feet, is too far gone. I'd considered like cutting it and bunching it as like mature, just kind of unwashed romaine lettuce mix. But yeah, this stuff is nicer, so I went with this stuff. And I think what I'm gonna do here, this is crazy. I'm gonna pull out that back half bed of romaine lettuce, throw it in the compost, and tonight I'm gonna seed some more Lofty salad mix, because I think I have just enough time that I hope that it would be mature as baby leafed right at the end of August, when I might need something nice and fresh. It's just the way it goes. Okay, so that is done. I don't know if I should cover it with row cover or if the birds will leave it alone. I saw some juncos over here earlier in the garden area. I think I'm gonna try and clean this up. It's probably like, what, almost 9 o'clock, but I'm gonna try and clean this puppy up. It is almost 10 o'clock. Got a little bit of light still in our overcast sky here. And I did go ahead and clean up this bed. I'm not sure how these little crowns are gonna regrow. Some of them look fine. And some of them had to get pretty tall to outcompete the Lofty salad mix. So I don't know. We shall see, folks. It started raining, so I'm super lucky. Hi folks, this is me being lettuce lady. I'm running these greens through the bubbler, and I've had to usually run it like, 4 minutes or something, but these greens are so tender because they grew so fast in the sun, that they're getting damaged by just that gentle turning of the air bubbles. And so I've had to like just run it for like, a minute. It's especially this big type of leaf that is in the lofty lettuce mix. So like I've just been pulling those out. It is sprinkling a little bit out here, but not too bad. And I'm gonna be harvesting carrots for the first time this year to sell. So we'll see how many I actually have, because I got like 38 orders so far. 38 orders for 38 bunches. And I hope I have that much. And I pulled most of one full row here. There's 5 rows in here. And quite a bit of another row here, although I left some that were kind of small. So that's what it takes to get almost 40 bunches. I need to get out here some night soon and check for slugs out in the basil, because they're chewing on, boy, I don't know, is that caterpillar? Is that just slug or is that caterpillar too? Well, here's one of our buddies at least. Can he hear me? I think he can hear me. He's like all curling up. I squeaked out my 2 6-ounce bags for the restaurant. This center walkway of lofty salad mix, I don't know, this stuff grows like all of a sudden, pow, it's ready to cut. And it's kind of ready to cut, so hopefully it holds till next week. And yeah, I gotta figure out, this lettuce in this bed here is, it's ready to pick. And I need to figure out what beds of lettuce I just cut and compost. Yes, but today I just need to harvest and sell, so harvest and sell. Why does my kale look so anemic? It's all kind of light green and weird. The caterpillars are just tearing up my kale. Dudes. Yes. Gross, man. Gross. And my chard is totally, completely choked out by clover. If you were hoping to have like a happy story today, there's no happiness. The sun's trying to come out. Okay, last day of harvest. Deliveries today. Alrighty, kale. Lettuce mix, a few little odds and ends. Lots of lettuce mix. Lots of lettuce mix. Lots of lettuce mix. Romaine mix, actually. First time selling carrots. Green onions. Oh, carrots. Okay, let's go. Oakley dokley. So, before I work on my kale caterpillar issue, I thought I would pull up one of my garlics to see how they're coming along. Should I just pull up one here at the end? Oh. Okay. Let's see. Can you see this? Can you see? It had, boy, they're close, I think. But maybe haven't quite formed their little bulbs, their little cloves, as well as they could. Can you see that? It's probably not going to even focus. Yeah. So maybe they need a little bit more time. I'm not going to even bother looking to see if there's caterpillars. I'm just going to get the bottom leaves, which is where they usually cause the most problem. And every year I tell myself that maybe I should just somehow get this set up so that I can, you know, keep row cover on these things all year long, because this is the time of year when this starts happening. And as far as like the anemic looking leaves here, this kind of light colored leaf, I don't know if that's nutrients, but if I get my butt together today, I think I'm gonna come through and get some rotted seaweed from the compost bins. Okay, so I've got all of the clover cut back underneath the chard and the kale in both these beds. I pulled all the lower leaves off. So this compost bin is chock full of kale and lettuce leaf, and I threw a little bit of shredded cardboard on top from this bin, which is where I'm going to pull my rotted seaweed from. Okay, so compost bin is just gobbling and gobbling. Oh, kale and lettuce leaf. I cleared out this bin of rotted seaweed and got it on this bed over here, but I didn't put on as much because I realized I would have to use a ton in order to, you know, actually get the clover covered up. So what I did was I just moved on to putting a little lump of compost around each plant for these two beds. I know that the roots don't grow up, but what I'm hoping is that the rain, which we're supposed to get, will water some nutrients down into the roots. And then I moved on to these two beds of kale, and I ended up going ahead and pulling the lower leaves of these guys off, or kind of the most obvious, you know, caterpillar damaged leaf. And I hope that'll at least take care of, you know, some of the issues. You know, I'm sure that there'll be more caterpillars, but maybe it got a lot of them. So these two beds, right, early on, I just jammed some sugar snap peas in here and didn't bother to trellis them. Well, these little fellers have sugar snap peas, so that's cool. I'll be able to scrounge a few of those for salads. Lofty salad mix. Remember how I was singing the praises of it last week, and then just a few days ago I was like, oh, this stuff sucks. And actually it's looking really nice, but if I don't cut it in a few days, it's gonna be too big. This stuff is some crazy growing stuff, so I'll maybe get that early next week. And got some lofty salad seeds happening there. Anyway, I think that's it. I'm actually feeling all right now. I'm feeling all right. This time of year is really hard because I have quite a bit of the season still left, but not enough time really to fix any problems that might be coming up. You know, there's not a lot of opportunity to reseed, you know, just running out of time for things to get mature enough before it's all over with. Mostly kind of like the end of August. So, yes, but I just gotta buck up and get the work done. So anyway, I'll see you guys next week.